as expected. In the meantime, the Grasso Racing Lamborghini has been given a mechanical black flag, and we've got a spinner out in the circuit, and it's the second place LMP2 car. Alonso in. And let's get down to the pit lane team and see how regular this pit stop is.
It was right on schedule. They just peeled a peel-off of the windshield so that he could have a clean windscreen in front of him. It looks like Fernando will stay behind the wheel of the car. 4 new Michelin tires. They're topping him off with fuel. Crew doing a little bit of work on the side there of the car, but nothing they're concerned with at the moment. Cleans off and he's out.
Thank you, Jamie. Alonso spinning up the rear Michelins, trying to get that release agent, that little silver piece of release agent that you see the shine on the cars. We had the Acura in at the same time, and another spin by the same car. That's the 52 car that's been up. Sorry, no, that's another look at the same incident. That was at turn 6, and it did continue. That was a couple of moments ago. Shea Adam has the Nismo Power prototype in.
And if you have 2 French World Endurance Champions, you take one out and put the other one in. Loic Duval taking over for Romain Dumas, and they had a bit of a slow pit stop because they were checking in the right rear wheel well of the car while it was up on the air jacks. Then they lowered the car down and realized that it was on the air hose. Instead of jacking the car back up to pull the air hose out, the crew member actually managed to pull it out of sheer will. So Loic Duval now taking over for Romain Dumas. That's just fun to say.
Back on the move, that 54 Nissan. Good to see the Nissan here, Jeremy, and that was a pretty late deal that was thrown together. That's one of the old ESM cars, of course. We were expecting Cole to be in the LMP2 category with which they'd campaigned the last couple of seasons. Very nearly took the championship last year, of course.
Yeah, overall championship, you're absolutely right. Yes, they did. They came within, well, really, only a few seconds, effectively, of winning the darn thing. It was great effort, but they've done a really good job since taking the delivery of that car.
Big lock-up by Alonso coming out of the pits on cold Michelins. Exactly what you don't want, and an exclamation of disappointment going into the West. Horseshoe there, that was. Early Hayward alongside me. Well, just when we were praising him, of course, and he makes a slight mistake, but no tyre warmers here, and that will be something he's got to get used to.
Yeah, that when you're running on cold tires like that, brand new cold tires, the temperature of the track is cold. You just got to be super careful. The Michelins come in pretty quickly, but you still have to be cautious on that first lap.
Another car getting a mechanical black flag out there is the number 46. That's one of the Lamborghinis, isn't it? So that's 2 Lamborghinis with mechanical black flags. The Grassi car, the 11, and now the 46 as well. That was the car that was off track earlier on, if you remember, or you were with us then. Alonso then back out and running in traffic. He's got the Porsche 912 right ahead of him, sporting the Brumos colours this weekend. And Hurley Haywood, a little grin as he sees that car. My goodness, that must bring back some memories, Hurley, seeing the red, white and blue of the Brumos motorsport colours again.
Yeah, it's pretty special for us to have the factory cars in our colours. Both Dan and myself got really emotional, and when we saw the start of the race and saw the 911 out front, that was really special for us.
The Porsche have made quite a lot of the heritage liveries that they've gone through this year, and last year rather, should I say, and they've done a pretty good job on it. Just a final thought early on Fernando Alonso. Drivers in your heyday tended to be quite eclectic in what they raced, and they would jump in and out of different series, different cars. You raced GT cars, you raced Can-Am. There were people like Vic Elford who'd race everything, including rally cars. That's not so prevalent nowadays. This is quite brave by Fernando Alonso to come out of his comfort zone of Formula One and do a bit of Indy, do a bit of sports car, do a bit of Le Mans racing. These are different times.
Well, I got to disagree with that. I think there's a lot of guys that come over, especially for this race. This is a race everybody wants to race in. So you get guys from stock car, from IndyCar, from Formula One, and sports cars all coming to Daytona because this is, the first race of the season. Everybody's kind of antsy to get going, and this is the perfect venue to do that. So we're kind of back to the old school where we had drivers, really internationally famous drivers coming